Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the best of books and storytelling. Today we're exploring one of the most unique, mind-bending and utterly fascinating novels of all time, Mikhail Bulgakov's. Now, I know what you might be thinking, a Russian novel from the 1930s, isn't that like homework? But trust me, this is not your average classic. This book has everything. Satire, romance, philosophy, talking cats, and even the devil himself. Whether you've heard of it or you're completely new, stick around as we break down the top 5 reasons this novel is a literary masterpiece that deserves a spot on your bookshelf, and maybe even a reread or two. Okay, let's talk about the elephant, or rather the giant talking cat in the room. One of the things that makes so captivating is how Bulgakov seamlessly blends the ordinary with the extraordinary. I mean, where else are you going to find a story where Satan himself decides to take a vacation in 1930s Moscow? But here's the thing. Bulgakov doesn't just throw in these fantastical elements for shock value. He weaves them into the fabric of everyday Soviet life, creating this surreal world where the bizarre feels completely believable. You've got talking cats causing mayhem, witches attending grand balls, and the devil performing magic tricks, all set against the backdrop of a very real and oppressive society. This constant interplay between the magical and the mundane keeps you on the edge of your seat. It allows Bulgakov to explore deeper themes about human nature, belief, and the absurdity of life under a totalitarian regime. Now, while the fantastical elements are a huge draw, let's not forget that is also a brilliant piece of political satire. Bulgakov wasn't afraid to use his writing to critique the Soviet system, even though it was a risky move at the time. He was living under Stalin's rule, after all, and censorship was rampant. But Bulgakov, clever dude that he was, found a way to smuggle in his criticism under the guise of fantasy. He uses the devil, Woland, and his mischievous entourage to expose the hypocrisy, bureaucracy, and paranoia that permeated Soviet society. Even though the novel is set in 1930s Moscow, its themes of censorship, abuse of power, and the dangers of blind faith still resonate today. Let's be real for a second. A book is only as good as its characters, right? And let me tell you, The Master and Margarita is bursting at the seams with unforgettable characters. I mean, where else can you find a talking, vodka-swilling cat named Behemoth who also happens to be a mean chess player? But these aren't just wacky characters thrown in for entertainment. Each one is complex and layered, representing different aspects of human nature and Soviet society. Take Woland, for example. He's the devil, sure, but he's not your typical evil villain. He's more of a mischievous trickster who forces people to confront their own hypocrisies and desires. And then there's Margarita, the master's lover. She's fierce, independent, and deeply devoted to the master and his work. The beauty of these characters is that they stay with you long after you finish the book. Now, if you're anything like me, you love a good book that makes you think. And trust me, The Master and Margarita will have you pondering some of life's biggest questions long after you've turned the last page. Bulgakov doesn't shy away from the heavy stuff. He tackles good versus evil, justice versus mercy, the nature of truth and the power of love, all within the context of a story that's both entertaining and thought-provoking. But what makes these philosophical explorations so compelling is that Bulgakov doesn't offer easy answers. He presents complex situations and lets the reader draw their own conclusions. Okay, we've talked about the mind-bending fantasy, the biting satire, the unforgettable characters, and the thought-provoking themes. But at its core, The Master and Margarita is a love story. And not just any love story, a love story for the ages. The love between the Master and Margarita is the beating heart of this novel. It's a love that defies logic, transcends boundaries, and withstands the most extraordinary circumstances. Margarita's unwavering devotion to the master is both inspiring and heartbreaking, but it's not just about romantic love. The Master and Margarita is also about the redemptive power of love in all its forms. Ultimately, this novel reminds us that even in a world filled with darkness, chaos, and absurdity, love has the power to heal, to inspire, and to redeem. So there you have it. 5 compelling reasons why The Master and Margarita stands out as a true literary masterpiece. Whether you're drawn to its fantastical elements, its biting social critique, or its deep philosophical questions, there's something in this novel for everyone. If you haven't read it yet, now's the perfect time to dive in. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more literary deep dives. And I'd love to hear from you. Have you read The Master and Margarita? What did you think? Let me know in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, keep exploring the magic of books.